This is from Cliff High, Half Past Human. And, well, I don't know how much faith you put in what he says or not. Sometimes he seems to get things right, but I definitely don't understand how you can just go on a web and pull up all this language and figure out what the future is going to be. But could be a little bit to it because he does seem to get some things right. But this is a bunch of bad news, so if you don't want to hear this, don't listen to it. But to me, I'm thinking, this could have happened any time, so I really don't care one way or another. He goes on, this is Cliff High, Half Past Human, just repeat myself. It goes on, it's your fault, like all of us. With respect, let us be clear. At this time, and for a period that I have reason to suspect extends to March of 2012 of next year, a delicate balance exists in a planetary social body. A small number of psychopaths will end that balance with a global war of such proportions that most humans will not survive. Let me restate this for clarity. The small number of people who rule this planet are proceeding with their plans to engage the masses of humanity to fight each other until most are dead. This is their intent. They have chosen a day in March of next year that represents certain symbolic energies in their twisted understanding of the universe to escalate to the next level of their horror show. And again, this is from Cliff High. Even now, the aware observer sees daily maneuvering in their propaganda media to vilify an enemy and to spark contention and divide humanity along the artificial lines of the geopolitical map drawn by our masters, quote unquote. The collapse of the paper money system is in play as a distraction for those humans not content with bread and circus, nor the broadcast palabum for damaged minds, the news. All this so that armies are not observed as they are set into motion. But this is an old, even ancient story, and we have seen this before, just as we're now seeing it again. And true, that is a very ancient story if you read a lot about what Roman history is. This time, however, new special events will be added to this war. This time, the actual horror of scalar quanta effective energy weapons will be thrown into the regular terror of metals and chemicals searing through soft human flesh. It is underway now, this next war. One only need to look around carefully to watch as the psychopaths, some of who you call leaders, wage war on humanity. You see, it has never been against each of us. No, the only war ever has been the psychopaths against us, humanity. In fact, and in spite of appearances to the contrary, every war in the past has always been them against us. Well, that part is very true because I think most of the leaders are in on each. They cooperate with each other. They know what's going on. The problem is that we let the psychopaths decide who is us and who is them. For my part, I am with humans. This makes me against them, the psychopaths. They won't understand that, being so blinded that their own surety of purity, that they are certain that everybody wants to be them. But even the psychopaths will understand that right now a state of grace exists. This is a special time to the educated palate. The Carios of the moment imparts a dark and bittersweet flavor. At this junction, humanity, the whole stinking, rolling, contentious disparate, and the dysfunctional mass of us, this guy like lays on the words, over the next few precious months needs to learn to all live together, for surely if we let the psychopaths begin this year, we will all die together. Yeah. The one thing is true, they are not in control, you are. Remember, if this shit war happens, it's your fault. So apparently he's worried about a war in the Middle East. I don't know if this guy's, it could be one of those things. He's right a couple of years from now. I don't know if this is going to happen right away. But this is from Cliff High. So people into, and he says this isn't copyrighted because it don't matter. The world's going to get blown up or something. So, copyright does not matter now. We have mere months. November 27th by Cliff High. Uh, this guy's stuff is, sometimes it is pretty eerily accurate. And, but one needs to just look at what's going on, and you can see there is some type of war coming up. So, with me, in my mind, I don't know. I always thought this for so many times, so many years, so it could happen anytime. So it's like, whatever. But in my situation, I've always did the contingencies I needed to do. So, I ain't really worried about it too much. But this is the latest from Cliff High, and he thinks if you're into this, web bots and all that type of stuff, this is what he's saying. He's pretty, for him to put this out, he's pretty certain there's going to be war coming up. I personally think so, but I don't think that there's going to be a global war right away. I think there's going to be a big scare that there's going to be a big global war, but because there will be a conflict in the Middle East. But I think things will settle down before there is one. And I kind of agree with this Cliff High guy. I think there's a timetable for it at one point in time. They're just going to do it just to eliminate people. But like I said, I always knew this, so it's no news to me.